Hi, it's Ray Mills, your Excel and VBA craftsman. I'm going to demonstrate a tool that I created. I call Control W and bring it up. It's the Web Scrape Custom Function Builder tool. It's a mouthful, but it's really simple what it does. Okay, so let's get started. So in this case, the client came to me and said, I want to pull down some data from Wall Street Journal and market data. So I wrote the individual drop downs and got to thinking, well, individual code for those. And I thought to myself, and I created custom functions. I said, why wouldn't it be better to build a custom function where they could build all the ones they want, right? It's pretty simple stuff. So let's get cooking on it, right? Earnings per share was $3.29 for the Apple Corporation, right? Let's see if we can't figure out how we can build a custom function to pull that down. So we put the URL here. Now, I don't want to pull down just for Apple. I want to be able to pull down for anything. We type in var1, right? What was var1 equal to? AAPL, right? So this is going to be the part of our URL that changes every time. So it could be the Southern Company, Verizon, JPM, whoever, right? So the var name in this case I'm calling S ticker because it stands for the ticker symbol, right? And we know that the inner text was $3.29. That's a inner text is an HTML term, right? So if we say auto right now, it's going to suggest, the tool's going to suggest this is the prefix and this is the suffix, and it's 329 is right in between that, right? So if we look at the auto results, that's true, it is, but this is very generic, and if I put that in there as a search, it's not going to hone down to 329, I can guarantee you that, right? Any place that has a dollar sign in front of it is going to come up. So, I'm sorry, I want this, the preceding. The preceding, I'm going to set to 5, and we see a bunch of stuff, and we say earnings per share. That looks very unique. And I'm going to add in the H5 so it's really unique, and that gets us further down, right? And that allows me to look, well, it doesn't matter. I'll grab that, right? So I go back, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to get rid of everything here. Okay, earnings per share, TTM, very common, right? Now I need something that doesn't get us quite to the 329, right? But this does. The second time it searches, if it finds this, at the end of that, it's going to say it's 329, right? So let's go over here and put that there, right? Sweet. Now let's do the test fetch and see how she does. And 329 came back. Now you'll remember that this is blank, right? So this is that user-defined custom function, right? BAS user-defined custom function module. If we go here and say build it, right? Build a custom function, and we just say, what do we want to call it? Well, let's call it S earnings per share, right? Build a custom function. Boom, we hit it. Look at that. We've now built a custom function to do that. So let's see, equals S earnings per share, right? Oops, that's a P, not a S, right? And it pops up, you see it down there, and we say here, and then we close it. 329, but what about for all the other ones? Southern, Verizon, JPM, JP Morgan, AT&T, and Citicorp. Bam, goes out and finds them. So it's built a custom function in 2 seconds. Now, I'm going to do shares outstanding, so hang on 1 second while I load it up for you. Okay, so I've loaded it up, and I'm going to do shares outstanding, and shares outstanding was 17.10 billion around. It's a big number, So if we hit the auto function, it's going to suggest. Let's go look, auto results, and again, the preceding's probably not unique. And now, avoid stuff like this. That's noise, right? So you want to avoid that. You want stuff that's going to always appear. So let's go to 5. And we see that shares outstanding. How about that one, huh? That looks pretty unique, and that should get us what we want. And I'm going to grab that heading of the heading close, the /H5, which means closing the heading, right? I'm going to grab that because I want to make the next one, the last find, just that there, right? So watch what I do. Go to test criteria. So the heading's got to change. Let's get rid of everything here, because if you don't, you're going to have problems. lot there because we said 5, right? And that's that. And I said the second one was just going to be there. And let's do our test fetch. And it came back, so it's ready to do it. And what was it? Shares outstanding. SSO. We're going to make it real simple. SSO. Build a function. And let's see if it did. And sure it did. It added it to our BAS Craftsman user-defined format module. So let's see if it works here. Equals shares SSO, right? That guy. Remember, it was 1710. Now, if we copy that and bring it down, you'll see it bring in the rest of them, and it works perfectly. So this is going to be available on my website. I want to remind you that Wall Street Journal can change their code at any time, but you see how fast we can do this. So you need to keep checking and staying on top of this. Make sure it gives you good numbers. I might do multiple sources. It's easy enough to do. You could do Market Watch as well, and to make sure that your data is pretty good and solid. And again, it's Ray Mills from Excel and VBA Craftsman, and it will be on my website tonight for a free download. And today's date is October the 3rd, 2020. Thanks very much.